So even though this is something you guys have seen me do, I just thought I would show you a little thing I know is peeling carrots, potatoes, whatever. The next step is always to wash them off. So why not bring the trash can where we're gonna peel them into, unless you peel them into the garbage disposal, next to the sink. It's not like it's hard. So then I do my lovely peely weely of these, fun, and then peel them all and put them in the sink, wash them off, and then I'm gonna cut the tops and the bottoms off. You know, you cut this little topper piece off and a little bit of the bottom. And then I like to cut them in half, and then, so half, and then half on the big part. We're gonna put them in a pot and boil them for, not until they're super soft or anything, we don't want them mushy, but just a little bit to soften them up, and then I'll show you the next step. And you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with snacking on these in the process. You know, you could always just cut a little piece off for yourself, cut a whole one off for yourself. Love you. Okay, so Aiden and Xander have lost interest, which is okay. It occurred to me that maybe I should show you this. So, a little bit of kosher salt into the pot that I'm going to cook the carrots in, because it gives them more flavor. And we add water. I know, not very exciting right now. You're looking at nothing. So I'll do this part later. So now we have peeled and washed our carrots. And I will just start off with a couple and just show you guys what I'm talking about as far as what I'm doing. So when I'm talking about, see, chop off just this little grassy piece. I'm sure there's people in the world who eat them. I am not one of them. And then the end, okay? So I'm gonna cut off, see, this part is perfect because we're gonna roast them after we boil them a little bit. So we're gonna do that. This is fat, which isn't really wrong, but that means the thin one and the chunky one are not gonna cook in the same amount of time. So we wanna make them all about the same thickness so they all cook in about the same amount of time. This is something you should be very, very careful. If you're still learning, one of the most important little tips you can do when you're peeling them, you can create a flat side so it lays still and doesn't roll, because you have to be very careful. So yeah, and tip, careful with carrots. They tend to try and fly away from you if your knife is not sharp. So this, perfect in the pot, since I've already washed these. And now, very careful, because carrots are very hard. That's why we're boiling them first, because if we were to just bake them, they would take what would feel like an eternity. And we're gonna put some seasonings and stuff on when it's time. So I'm gonna do the rest of these, and when it is, see, whoo, careful, make sure to keep your fingers out of the way. There. And I'm gonna do the rest of these, and then I will show you the next step.